everybody, this is Carla with Cobweb Corner, and this is a channel about cross stitch and my online cross stitch shop. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the upcoming Nashville market and some of the releases. I want to just go quickly through a few that have been selling really well. I'm sure you guys have got your own picks, but I can give you an idea of what has been popular as far as pre-orders. But then I also want to bring to your attention some of the smaller and newer designers and make sure that you don't pass them by when you're doing your shopping. Another thing that I want to stress, which may sound a little counterintuitive from a shop, but all of the designs that you're going to see will be available shortly after market. They're not, unless sometimes people get confused when they see where it says market exclusive. And what a market exclusive is, for the most part, is a designer has agreed to hold that chart and not release it to shops that didn't attend market, or put on their own websites, or put in PDF format for a given amount of time after market ends. So it doesn't mean it's limited. If you see someone marketing or showing a design or a kit and it says limited, then you might want to jump on that. But don't let your FOMO, your fear of missing out, let you go over your buying budget. As much as I would like you to buy all of the charts available, everything is going to be available shortly after market. And the shops that do attend market, they can reorder from the designers before that. Usually it's a 2-week to 30-day period. So let's say I order this chart from Sambry Stitches at Market. I go and pick it up and I run out right away and somebody wants another one. I can order right away from her because I attended market. So I did see a floss tube of someone saying that they were ordering because they were afraid the chart wouldn't be available later. And I just want you to know the difference between a market exclusive and a limited edition. If it's a limited edition, then the designer is limiting, and that happens a lot with kits and fabric also. But with the standard charts from your major designers, a market exclusive just means that they aren't going to release it to shops that didn't attend market, or they're not going to sell it themselves for a little bit of time. Okay, but you're still going to be get the charts eventually, and not even that long, like by the end of March or beginning of April, maybe they'll start to be sent to the, it also means they won't send them to the distributors like Hoffman, Yarn Tree, and Witchelt. So I just wanted to clear that up because we all have budgets and we can't stitch all this stuff at once. So keep that in mind when you're deciding what to buy with the market releases. Another thing I want to talk about is some of these small designers, get rid of that. Sorry. Some of the smaller designers that you might have missed. So I'm going to go through, if you go look, I have all kinds of photos of market releases that I'm taking pre-orders for, and I'm limiting the designers I'm taking pre-orders for, but I want to concentrate on showing you some of the best sellers and also some of the smaller designers. And one of the first newer designers is Sambry Stitches. And she has a wonderful floss tube. You can take a look at her channel, and I think this is only her second year at market. So if there's anything by the smaller designers that you're interested in, it's a huge boost. Every single sale to every designer, but especially to a new designer who's getting started, every single sale is like a happy dance. So this particular one, and I've got 2 screens up, so you gotta bear with me. This one is called Grandpa's Barn. That's by Sambry Stitches. This is I don't know how to say it. I think it's in Hebrew. It's Hainen, and it means here I am. It says it right there. And this is one of my favorites by Sambry Stitches for market. It is called the Journey Sampler. And she has a lot. She's from the Pacific Northwest, and she has a whole series of Bigfoot designs. And I love this one because in between the two Bigfoot big feet. It says, believe in yourself even if no one else does. And I thought that was just the perfect wording to go in between Bigfoot. And then here's one from her Bigfoot series. It's called Beekeeper Bigfoot. And then she's got a sunflower series, and this one is the Patriotic Sunflower. And then she has a couple of samplers, and this one is Flowers and Crowns, and this one is Isa Hunter, and this one is Frida Altman. So that's just some of the Sambry stitches. Real quick, Primrose Cottage, I had those, or pre-orders for Primrose are closed. 12 monthly minis was probably the third best seller for me from them. Let's see, this is Jan Hicks Creates, another newer designer. I believe this is her second year at market. She also has a floss tube channel. I'm trying to get to the information on her designs here. Hang on, guys. Here we go. So this one is part 1, and she says it'll be in 3 or 4 parts, and it's called CRS 1713. But Jan, you can look Jan Hicks Creates. She has a floss tube channel. Amazing woman, and she is also just getting into designing, and you wouldn't be able to tell it by the quality of her designs. They're just stunning. So this one is Laura Vorgensen, and here's my favorite, Arabesque. I really, really, really like this one. And this one is from her Florographica 2 series, and this is African Daisy, Follow the Sun, and Fall Sunshine. So those are all by Jan Hicks. This is the Artsy Housewife. And I love that. This is a new designer to me. I do not know how long she's been designing. I apologize. She's new to Cobweb Corner. I love all of her designs. And I believe they are still available for pre-order. Those are all. And then we have Silver Creek Sampler. And just to give you an idea, some of the more popular ones for her have been Independence and the Prolific Pun Cushions. You get 12 designs, and each one has a little saying. So you have Walter Mellon, Page Turner, Page spelled like the name, Chris P. Bacon, I love Olive You More, like I love you more. So cute little things. That's been a good seller. Over the Rainbow Bridge, or Rainbow Bridge, that's been a good seller. And Wings of Change, I believe this one. Those are all by Silver Creek. The designer that I absolutely love, and also a newer designer, is Counting Puddles. And her pre-orders are closed, but if you're interested in something, let me know. This is Botanical Bouquet, I believe. Songbird Serenade. I'm trying to remember. This is something snail, and berries with, you can see the little bear in there. So it's BEAR. And then my absolute favorite, I love this design. It's Crew Brew. Again, I'm not taking pre-orders, but I'm going to buy extra of these. She, in all of her designs, incorporates additional stitches. So like these little stars and crosses are on top of the cross stitch, and it really adds an element of being kind of three-dimensional, or giving it texture. And this is another one of hers, Autumn Cottage, I think it is. These are Erin Elizabeth designs. The pre-orders are closed for her. I'll give you an idea of what the best sellers were. Stitchy Tier, big seller. Not that one. Where's the other one? Cat Tier was a pretty good seller. Baking Tier and the American Flag. That was also a really good seller. Shannon Christine Designs, they're also not, pre-orders are closed for those. And her biggest seller was Stitcher's Paradise. And which one of the eggs? It was one of the Easter ones. This one, Easter's on its way. And I really like this one with the pattern Easter eggs. And Cherry Blossom Manor. This is just beautiful. I mean, look at the texture, the way she did the cherry blossom trees. And each tree is different. It would have been so easy for her to use the same pattern in each cherry blossom tree, but she really, I just think that's just beautiful. This is Glendon Place. Cheryl Granda has been designing for a long time. If you haven't done any of her designs, take a look at her. This is Tulipia. It's from her Flower Mandala series. And that one's been a good seller. I'm still taking pre-orders for those. This is Cardinals Appear, also one of her better sellers. And this is When Angels Appear. And Elephant Alphabet, or so Elegance. Elegance. It's kind of a play, like, I don't know, I'm sure she has a story about what the wording of the name is. Oh, how did that get in there? That's my little kitty. Sorry, guys. Okay. Trying to remember who this is Sweet Wing Studio. Pre-orders are still open for her. This has been a good seller. It is well. Perhaps you were created for such a time as this. I really like that saying. Friendship is the golden thread. That's called Golden Thread. This is probably one of her best sellers as far as pre-orders, and this is Goodness and Mercy. And then there are far better things ahead than any we leave behind. So that was all Sweet Wing Studios. Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. Pre-orders are closed for her designs. And she has some amazing ones. Foxglove House was a popular one. And Esther's Jumper. Esther's Easter Jumper, I think is the name of it. That was another popular one. These are all Pansy Patch. And then Come Stitch in My Garden. This is Erin Elizabeth Designs. I think she is the daughter of Lori, I want to say, from Pansy Patch. Newer designer. So give her a look. Erin Elizabeth Designs. I love this sampler. It's All Hallows Eve. I think she just did a fabulous job on this design. The pre-orders are closed, but again, these are all going to be in shops very shortly after market. This is Pine Tree Chalet. Spring Chicks and Bunnies, or Bunnies and Chicks. I'm having a hard time remembering the names. And that was the last one by her. Oh, that's mine. I'm stitching that. Then we've got Teresa Kogut, big designer. I would say Serenity is one of her better sales. And God Saw. And then we have Annie B's Folk Art. And let's see. Sales have closed for her, pre-sales. This is Every Heartbeat's True, but the best seller by far for Annie B's was the 12 ornament designs. 12 Days of Christmas Stockings. And then the second bestseller for her was the Spring Green Pears. It's also by Annie B's. This is from Teresa Kogut's, I can't remember the name of the book. I want to say Spring House or something, but it has 8 designs in it. And this is 4 of the additional designs that are in there. And they are still, pre-orders are still being taken for Teresa. This is Michelle Bendy, another small designer. Give her a look. Remember, support your small designers, because that's what keeps them coming back. And this is Pirate Quaker, and this is actually really a cute design. It's got yo-ho, a little pirate ship, a ship wheel, a skull and crossbones, a rat, another skull, and that is Pirate Quaker, I'm pretty sure. And then Needle Heathen Biscornu. This is a companion piece. She had put out Needle Heathen Needle Book last year, I believe. And this one is Rappaccini's something, and it's based on a book with a garden of poisonous plants, I believe. And if Michelle Bendy Stitchy, if I said that wrong, I apologize. And this is the Georgia Girls. Who is this one by? God, I'm going blank on the designer. This is in honor of the girls who were killed in the Georgia church bombing in the 60s, 1963. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, this might be Rebel Stitcher. This one's been really popular. And this one's been really popular. Let's root for each other. Okay, another small designer that I love is Robin with October House Fiber Arts. She did a Americana Red sampler, and this one for market is Americana Blue. And it's got all kinds of our favorite stitchy icons. It's good for people who just stitch or quilt, because it's got the sewing machine, regular sewing threads, scissors, all kinds of different things. And it's really, really beautiful. This is one of her biggest sellers as far as pre-orders, the Queen Bee. And this one also, isn't this beautiful? It's Pollinator's Garden. And then, of course, Vineyard Fair. And this is part of her fair series. There's also a pumpkin fair, strawberry fair, and there's one other I can't remember. This is a Buzz. This is, boy, I'm testing myself here. This is Hello from Liz Matthews. This has been a big pre-seller, and these are still available to order. Cottontail is absolutely her biggest one for me right now as far as number of pre-orders. With this, this is a 2-set. You get both the sampler version and the tree, Remember Me, sampler and tree. This one's really interesting. I can't remember the name of it. It's on, you'll see it on the order form or on the website. But this is stitched on 2 different kinds of fabric. So she uses this light colored fabric for the bottom and then the dark for the top to give it kind of a night. So it gives it depth. It's really, really unique the way she stitched that and finished that. This is another big seller for Hello from Liz Matthews. This is 10th in the 12 Days of Christmas Tree and Sampler series. And love. This is Samplers Not Forgotten. If you haven't checked out Samplers Not Forgotten, she has some amazing kits. This is called Bluebird Kit, and it's done in blue, and then it comes with a little bluebird charm, and you get everything you need to finish the kit except the filling material. It's another one of her kits, comes with the bee, and it will even have, let's get out of there, hang on. It'll even have the trim. If there's trim used, the trim will be included, and the backing fabric. This is her most popular for pre-orders. This is Violetta Heart Kit, and then some of her charts. I like this one, Scatter Kindness. Who did this one? Oh, this is Dirty Annie's. I would think. Yes, Dirty Annie's. It's got a rose sampler, Bessie and the Bluebells, and then these are some, and Dirty Annie's is also a newer designer. I think this is only her second, maybe third year at market. I can't remember for sure, but she started a new series called Cat Tarot, or Tarot Cats, I can't remember. And 2 of them are released at market, the High Priestess and the Magician. Those are separate charts. And this is Venetian Lion and Merman Cove. And she layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. And then One Nation Under God. Those are all, and then Monarch. Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. And The Rooster May Crow is the name of this one, and it's The Rooster May Crow, but the hen delivers. And then she's starting a new series of houses, and this one is the first in the series and is released at market. And her designs are also available. Another small designer that I really want you to take a look at is Barbie from Pedal Pusher. She's going to be at market, and she would be so excited to have you just take a look at her designs. There's this one here, which I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. All of these are by this is her bestseller for me so far, and it's called Rascals. And then she has Tomatoes, which is from the Fresh Picked series. She has also, in previous years, she came out with Fresh Picked Sunflowers, Fresh Picked Violets, like that. So that is Pedal Pusher. Then we have, this is Heart and Hand. By far the bestseller is Frosty Tiny Town. Absolutely. And just so you know, oh, darn it. Sorry, guys. My finger's getting away from me. Just so you know, there's 3 Tiny Towns. There's Frosty Tiny Town, and then there's Any Tiny Town and More Any Tiny Town. And during market, if you place a pre-order for Any Town or More Any Town, her proceeds from those 2 charts will go to Habitat for Humanity. I think that's only during market. And then Floral Etchings 2. That's her second in a series, Heart and Hand, Cecilia. This is Heartstring Samplery. Dear old world, you are very lovely, and I'm glad to be alive in you. Her samplers are just amazing. And this is a B. Biscornu. And then she has her husband and her son make some of these laser cut wood items. And these are you get a set of 2 B buttons if you purchase them to be used on the top and the bottom of the Biscornu. So those are also available for pre-order. My Scissors, My Rules. And then again, this one I think her son, she said her son made. My Scissors, My Rule scissor fob. And this comes unassembled. You'll have instructions, but the pieces in the scissors aren't included with how to assemble it. Home is where your honey is. Home is where your doggo is. And home is where your purr ball is. Those are all separate charts. And then home is where your heart is. And then there is a home is where your heart is floss, wooden floss. I want to say floss card. That's not right. It's got 9 spots, and it will hold the 9 colors that are needed in these 3 designs. Okay, where am I at? Okay, we are in Hands-On Design. Gather Wildflowers has been real popular. Gather Blessings and Liberty Pennies has been really popular, and Botanical Bee is by far the best seller so far for Hands-On Design. Erica Michaels. This is my favorite one, I think. I think I like it because of the bright colors. It says Spring, Live Simply, Bloom Wildly, and it's both the pillow chart and the berry chart are included. And then you get all 3 of these designs. Cheerful Heart. I can't read what it says. Something with the virtue of the art to live a little with a cheerful heart. And Jesus, permit thy gracious name to stand as the first effort of an infant hand. And while her fingers o'er the sampler move, engage her tender mind to seek thy love. With thy dear children may she bear a part, and write thyself thy name upon her heart. Look at this bird. So pretty. and Favored Feline, and Louisa Denman. And then Moms, and you get all 3 designs. Moms, makers of all the difference. Sometimes when you open my mouth, sometimes when I open my mouth, my mother comes out. That is so me. And then the strawberry design too. Then you have Kathy Barrick. She came out with these amazing cookie cutter series. There are 2 charts that are called cookie cutters, cookie cutter 1 and 2. And the only difference, the shapes are the same, but the inside design is different. So this is one of them. I think this is the first cookie cutters 1. And then you'll see the same shapes, but the insides are completely different. And that's cookie cutters 2. And then she has Peace and Plenty Farm, all the horses and the horse stable. This is Something Swirl. And this is Animals on the Farm. Let's see, Animals on the Farm, in the Wild. I'm getting that wrong. I can't remember. It's something Animals at Home, on the Farm, and in the Wild, I think is what it is. It's really cute. And then you get these pin cushions. They're called animal pin cushions, and they're all the same size, and they just have different names of animals in them. And then this beautiful sampler. And this sampler also comes with this design. So if you buy that, it comes with both. Then we have, not samplers, not forgotten, Stacy Nash Primitives. And these are just so adorable. I think this one is Miss May. I'm going to get them wrong. This one's called Bobbin. And I can't remember the name of these, but these are just so stinking cute, you guys. And then we have Calling of the Sea. It's a pin keeps and a pin disc. You get all 3 designs. And look at that whale. Caroline Sampler Sewing Bag. Can't remember the name of that one, sorry. This is Freedom something. And A Trumpet of Swans Biscornu. Again, you can just barely make out the swans there. And I can't remember the name of that one. So that is it. That is a super, super quick look at some of the items. Now, again, I'm going to put down below a link that goes directly to my order form, and you can see a description and a photo of all of the items from the order form. So you can see like the stitch count and the called for. It'll tell you whether it's Weeks Dye Works or Classic Color Works and what the model used for fabric. So thanks for sharing that. Again, take a look at some of the smaller designers and give them some love, you guys. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.